Today is day 303 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on with project number 4. We have basically finished up all of the essentials specifications, and we are currently left with kind of implementing the extra credit portion, those additional features and functionalities. Tiny cat, little kitty, well, you're perfectly blocking the monitor yet again. Oh, look at you. You're so good, little kitty. You're so good. Come on, what if you just go hang out on the bed or somewhere else? Just don't knock over the webcam. Oh, God. Alright, well. Let's crack open our example. Let's also get our version of the project open. There's the example project. Here is our version. Very nice. Tiny cat, tiny cat. Hey, little kitty, what's that, wiggly fingers? Yeah, you love wiggly fingers. Who's got your tummy? Steven does. Oh, you're so good. But you know what would be even better? Is if you were to move onto the bed. Oh, what's that? What's that over here? No, totally wrong direction. Tiny cat, little kitty. Hey, psst. Quadruped, over here. No. Yeah, oh, yeah, there you go. You found him. You found him. Oh, you're so smart. Yeah. There you go. I've got your tail. Good. Okay, so, no, stay. Just chill. Yeah, lay down. There you go. Assume the napping position. Perfect. There we go. Good little kitty. Yeah, you like your ears rubbed? Awesome. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you like your ears rubbed? You're a cat. Yeah, awesome. Okay, good. Good teamwork. You hang out there. We're going to go over the instructions. The later portion. So, once more, Magic 8 Ball. Oh, damn. We don't have to technically have the hover function over it. We could and should. I like how ask a question is there versus ours is ask me anything there. The ours only flips when we throw in a question. Magic 8 Ball. No, little kitty. Little cat. Well, little kitty keep blocking the monitor. Wow, you typed the K. What is it? Will little kitty monitor? What happened? Will little kitty keep blocking the monitor? Ask the oracle. I think it will work out. Oh my god, cat, you're just laying on everything. No. Cat. 2, 3. Oh, you're on a rampage. This is bad. 3. There we go. Tragedy ensues. Oh. This is bad. Highly likely. I agree. The 8 Ball thinks so. What are we trying to accomplish? We made it through most of the essentials. Allow the user to ask a question. Return a random response from the Magic 8 Ball. Your HTML page should include input and the submit button. We've got input and submit. When the user types a question and clicks submit, you will randomly return a response. stuff. Submit. My sources say no. Things. Question mark. Submit. My sources say no. Meow? Question mark? Probably not. Okay, cool. So that works. It's functioning. We got random responses. Oh, we need to change the responses to our own. Be creative. We'll need to do that. Display the Magic 8 Ball response to the user. Be creative with how you display your response. See, there's a lot of... We've met the minimum specs. There's additional room for us to push it to that next level. And I would really like to do that, because we've been sort of avoiding the CSS portions of the projects. Not really avoiding, but just ticking the boxes, basically. And I think there's a lot of good opportunity to grow and explore and get a better understanding of how and what we can do regarding CSS. Okay, so we'll get there. We will get there. Card transitions. So let's make a let's update our to-do list with things that we should keep in track, or keep track of. 3, 2, and 1. Text input's good. User click submit. Responses are decent. Update responses. Update responses. Creative. Not exactly a thing, like, regarding the code itself, but the content. We can at least do that. At a minimum, we can do that. Display Magic 8 Ball response to the user. Be creative with how you display it. I like the card transition thing. I think that's fascinating. Card transition. Where it flips. Does that happen when we submit stuff here? It does the flip when we click on the Ask the Oracle button. Submit. I guess we should change the submit button to something a little more Magic 8 Ball themed. Kind of like the example. We should probably do that too. We don't have to. It'll just be a little mental note. Card CSS card flip transition. And third, after n seconds, remove the Magic 8 Ball response, clear the input field, and allow the user to ask a new question. We've got that sorted out, but we should update the time. In fact, I believe we can do that now. We can change it to 5 seconds, and in fact, maybe even 6. It's at 3. Here's this. 3 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, change? No? Am I crazy? Hold on. Rinse and repeat. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. 1000, 3 1000. There we go. There we go. So that worked. So now let's change it to 6. Command save, 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 save. Update. Because that's a basic change. That one we can make now. 6 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that, the time front, we're good with. Now we're getting into, so again, technically all of the core things have been satisfied. But like the responses and the transitions, that's kind of additional stuff, and it's those that next level. That's what we're going to be trying to focus on both tonight and tomorrow. So just polishing, which leaves us with the extra credit stuff. Now, as far as the after end seconds things happen, this is sort of tied to that. And I think it's another way to handle how and when the transition occurs and how the data is displayed and managed, how it gets processed via promises. Last night, there was the whole set timeout fiasco. That was brutal, coming to terms with it. Mentally, we just weren't there. It was a sad, sad day. We barely survived yesterday, day 302. But we were able to be pulled out of the set timeout trench of confusion by Topher. Yet again, he saved the day. But now we have the option of doing the promise stuff. I don't know if we're going to convert to the leveraging promises, but it's there. At a minimum, as far as extra credit goes, is adding in this additional sort of basic stuff. The client-side validation to check for the text input to ensure that it hasn't been left blank so we can make it required, and that the input ends with a question mark. I think there's a fairly simple way of doing that. I think that's that would be one of the more basic regular expressions. I forget all the specifics, but there's stuff and regex and blah blah blah. But point is that eventually somehow we get to a thing, and I believe it's w/, I think it's forward slashes. Forward slash. I think it's lowercase w and a backslash. I think there's a proper way to set it up, like within curly braces or parentheses, and then we let them know that we are looking for like a pattern. So some type of word or letter, and then that there is a question mark involved. And I forget if that guy ends up in quotes or if it ends up in parentheses or another set of brackets. Something like that. There's a right way of going about it, of course. That's just a hunch, but we'll get there. We'll cross the regex bridge yet again. So there's that. Let's do validation, copy, validation, and regex stuff. I think so. Maybe it's even more simple than that. Maybe it just needs to be a required field, and it just needs to have a question mark. Maybe we don't even need to go down the regex bridge. We're gonna do in parentheses. You know what we're gonna do? And question mark with regex in parentheses. Yeah. Versus having regex and then a question mark in parentheses. Yeah, that's not how that's going to work. See, at a minimum, something regarding question marks as an alternative, regex is a way to get there. Okay, so that's our tiny list. We're going to try and tackle most of it tonight, unless we totally get ensnared in our own confusion, which could very well happen when we try to implement the card flip transition. But we'll give it our best shot. We will give it our best shot. So, continuing on from the top, updating responses. Dim 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 dim. Okay, I guess we can keep the idea of each comment and just kind of give it our own flair. I think it will work out. Chances are you're doomed. But hopefully... hopefully not. Maybe, maybe not. Oof. Well, chances are maybe not. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't bet on you. Good, good, good. I'm feeling the ellipses. It's the ellipses adds a bit of an uncertain flair to it. An ominous tone of doom. Or adventure. Maybe it's a good thing. Probably not. Maybe give up now. Just stay home. No, no, no. Just maybe give up now. Good, good, good. Highly likely. Okay, so an encouraging statement, not an uncertain one. One that we aren't familiar with. Highly likely. Consider it done. There you go. That's positive. It is certain. Not to worry. No. No need to worry. I don't know about that. I don't know anything. My sources say no. Let's ask little kitty. Awesome, awesome. There's that. Good, good, good. Now, the next step we need to do... we conquered one. What to do? I guess we can put 2 asterisks next to it. That's our designation for completion. So with that said, now we have to... crap, this is where it's gonna really take a turn for the worst. I almost want to tackle the validation stuff first. Maybe even save the card flip stuff for... because what else do we actually have for tomorrow? What do we have for tomorrow? Tomorrow is the last day of October, which means 10 months down. I don't know if I really want to start a project at the end of the month. See, we've been having issues with CSS stuff, like aligning things. And right now I use very basic tools. It's like caveman CSS. So it's not all that elegant. I'm trying to make stuff pretty with ugly tools. That's kind of what's happening right now. So that's not exactly great. There is this little like micro program site, something about FlexFrog or something like that. I think that would be a good thing to start as kind of a secondary activity, just a quick little break to the projects, because we all of October has been projects only, and we'll keep doing the projects. But I think trying to conquer the CSS Flexbox stuff will kind of go a long way in helping us. Because with the last, what, this is our fourth project? Yeah, our fourth project. I think every single project someone's mentioned flex stuff, or when we Google stuff, things, when we Google solutions, workarounds, tips, we keep coming across the Flexbox solutions, whether it's on Stack Overflow or examples on MDN and blah, blah, blah. It's there and it's present, and we don't fully understand it. So I think it would be worthwhile seeing how many other projects we have left to do. I think we should check that out. So that's that. Terrible story, Stephen, but that's the truth. So tomorrow marks the end of 10 months. We should just keep this as a more basic, a shorter stream. That way we can still work on this project tomorrow versus just bearing the axe tonight and putting it out of its misery. Do I want to be that guy? I want to be that guy. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. So I think the CSS stuff will take, I definitely think it'll take longer. I think the validation will be easier to implement. So let's go ahead and do that. And that just means tonight can be a shorter stream. Even tomorrow will probably be a shorter stream. That's if I don't break into tears from the CSS nonsense. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Preemptive planning. Now, what to do validating stuff? Should we look at our old code, or should we just dive into... I think we should look at our old code. Here we have file tiny cat, little kitty. I love you, but you should probably move. We should also save our code. Save. Refresh. Meow? Question mark? Oh my god, how perfectly timed. Let's ask little kitty for a meow with a question mark. No? No one else thought that's great? I think that's fantastic. Love you, little kitty. Okay, so beautiful. Right, we were looking at our old code. So, file, open, and we are going to look at the number guessing game. Documents, documents, number game, JavaScript, da-da-da. Maybe it happened on the HTML side. I think we put the required section in the HTML side. And I think we did I thought we used a regular expression somewhere in our code to keep the input field in line. Maybe I'm insane. Dum 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 dum. Where is it? Where did you go? Guess value returned equals blah, guess equals blank, play again does this, a limit, someone lost their child. Where would it have gone? Was it not there? Was it coin toss? It wasn't coin toss. Why would it have been? Why would we have needed that? What would we have used? Oh, I remember. You know what it was? Instead of regular expression was an option. That was a potential solution, and we were trying to work it out. But what we ended up doing was changing the type of that variable to something else entirely, to number only. Where did it go? It was a thing. We just told it that that variable was a number. That's what happened. Where is that? I don't even know what I'm looking for, right? I mean, I do, but it's clouded in my mind. I don't know where specifically I'm staring at. Number type. That was changed in the HTML section too. Oh my god, let's close this. We don't need the JavaScript portion. What we need is the HTML section. So, true, we can't really leverage it to only equals a question mark, but just work with me here, alright? I'm crazy. So, open HTML, no, documents, different project, number guessing game, HTML open, and for the form input field type number C, because we only wanted numbers in the number guessing game for that input field. Interesting how that would work out, right? Now, next thing though was required. So we should at least do that. Typical, typical. So here, input, the last thing we need required. Copy. We don't need to make this one number. Clearly not, because we do need it to be text related thing. So where do we want to set that? Here, required. And save. Now, my concern, no, we're fine. We're good. We're good. It's okay. Everything's bitchin'. Mostly. Okay, like 43% of our code is bitchin'. The rest is just barely holding on. We need to do the following. I do think that regex pattern to gauge if there is a phrase or whatever word string, and then if there is a question mark at the end of it. Maybe I don't even need to indicate the other stuff. Maybe I just need to say as long as it ends with a question mark. How would I indicate that? Let's find out. Let's ask Google. So, maybe MDN, regex, and maybe let's just do that. Let's start here, because I'm not even sure specifically what I would be Googling. We're still coming to terms with all of the terms and vocab and phrases and whatnot. So here, yes. Maybe it was a plus sign that I needed. No, that's something else. That was something. The dots matches any alphanumeric characters. Okay, and it includes 0 to 9. So including the underscore equivalent to A to Z blank blank blank, for example. 3/blah matches A and apple with blah blah blah. Cool. So I want it to be W followed by a question. I'm pretty damn sure that's what I want. How to implement that, though? See, this has a space. So it's in parentheses, and then a space. Variable blank. String John Smith. String dot replace this with that, and it flips them. Console log that, and it flips the two words. Okay. Alright. We can do that. We can do this. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Everything's gonna work out just fine. So, where would we want that? If we have flip ball, our answer, any of the random stuff, question, answer EL, document get element by ID, answer text content equals. I don't know where we're looking for the input, right? I don't think we hooked up the button submit to receive anything. That was the other difference. Before we were comparing, we don't have the JavaScript open anymore, but pretend this says number guessing game. We need to put in a number, 72, and then when we hit submit, it would take the value that we input, 72, like so, and it would compare that to the random number at hand. It would be almost like if we were trying to guess what phrase it was on. So here, you know, like if we were trying to guess, consider it done. Copy. So if we were trying to guess that and submit it, it would be checking into the answer. We don't really need to match things up, but we do need to integrate it more. So right now we've updated it so it can't be empty. Submit, because I don't think, maybe we didn't set it up. We didn't even, okay, so there is the click event on submit. This, I think. Yeah, we did. We saved it. We updated it. Even though we made the HTML for the input field required, we need to make sure there's data in that field tied to the button, and those need to be the conditions for the click event. So the click event should only occur if the conditions are met. That. At least I think. again, it's after midnight and we're confused and everything's scary. So we only want click event to happen. Variable EL is that. Add event listener to click. When submit is clicked, so EL is submit, when that's clicked, Flipball will run. So if input, what was it? It was something. If question, don't we already have a question variable set up? Question EL here. Get element question document. So that's just the whole thing. That is like the element in its entirety. I think I want to add a dot value to the end of this guy. Question EL dot value. That. So copy question EL dot value. I hope that's okay. I mean, I guess I could have. Again, I copy. Probably could have done something like this dot value. And have it be quite literally question value. And drop that in here. It just seems kind of redundant. I think I can live with the dot value, and then we would do something to the following. It'd be the regular expression that we need to set up. Question format. You can call it question format variable. Question format. That's not pretty at all. Question format equals blank. I'm still questioning on if I actually need to look and set up a regular expression. It feels so simple. I think it should basically be this. In fact, we can steal that. We're going to. Because it's 12:38 a.m. or 0:38 a.m. wherever you are on the planet, whomever might be watching. And so it's okay to leverage things at 12:38 a.m. So instead of words, there should be a question mark in my mind, or it should be in parentheses in a question mark. I'm like 83% sure that is the regular expression that I want to verify. And question format should be tied to this. Maybe, I know there's still more crap here. So string, I guess that would be question value. Copy, sad, dot. Not replace, but I think dot match? I don't know, let's find out. Hey, SRXy. Welcome. Just check if the value's length is greater than 5 and contains a question mark. I should do that. What do my spidey senses tell me? As soon as I throw that in, if blah dot length equivalent to 5 equal or greater than or equal to 5 or no, and what would I use to gauge if it contains a question mark? What would I do? It'd be if blah 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 dot length is greater than 5, and how would I check if it contains a character? Character at? No. I know there's a way to do this. There's a basic way to do this without regular expressions. I mean, it's fine. Again, I think this would probably function fine as long as I connect all the dots correctly, but there is a simple-ish yet elegant solution to look into something, and I know we've done shit like this countless times over the last 300 days. For all the challenges we did at like Code Wars and Free Code Camp, we'd check for shit all the time. What would I do? What would I do? Strexeed, do that on line 32. Oh, right. Well, yeah, somewhere else, obviously. More important. Noted. This was just kind of a ugly scratch paper section. As I was coming to terms with life and my confusion. And guess I'll have to Google it. I want to say it's something to do with a for loop. For going through all the variable stuff, variable I equals blah, 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 blah. But what does that lead to? Eventually, it will be looking for a character at any given point. If something, I think it'd be brackets, I is equivalent to question mark, the following would occur. Well, actually, that would be an if, wouldn't it? If blah, so I could just extract this from the nightmare. If blank 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 equals that, but there should be a simpler version of this. Do stuff happens. There should be a simpler version of this. A method of sorts. Oh, Strex index of. Right. Index of. Also, don't mind me for anyone, just as an update. It's been 300 plus days. We've had plenty of new viewers come and go, some long-time ones, but I'm operating off of my phone for chat. So, when I get stuck on my confusion tangents, it's because I'm like looking at the monitor, so I don't really see the questions immediately or comments on my phone. But that's all. Not ignoring, just insane, and that's all. But yes, thank you. So comments and things are greatly appreciated. Kind of slow, but good. Index of returns a -1 if it's not found. That's right. We've leveraged that before. We've used that many times in our travels. It's just been a while. It's been well over a month of not having to leverage for loops, solving those types of issues. on Code Wars and Free Code Camp, but good, good. So, if question L dot value dot length is greater than and question dot event listener index of question mark does not equal -1. Oh, that does not equal -1. So clever. Yes. That's good. That's golden. That's awesome. And hello to you, Jim. Index of? Good. Yeah, good, good, good. Bitchin', bitchin'. So, let's do this. Go time. Go time. Let's clear this nonsense. We threw a lot of noise down into this bottom portion, which I think we can get rid of all this crap if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. No, we don't want to get rid of all of that crap. That would be insane. This is what we had before. Yes. Beautiful. That's what our code was. And let's do the following. Rexy. Yeah, Pastebin link. Donka. Thank you. Let's crack that open, shall we? Dee-dee-dee-dee-doo-doo-doo. Don't mind the man behind the curtain. We go behind the scenes. Certain everyone's exhilarated. All 1.27 viewers of us. Good, good, good. Hey, holy 4. That's impressive. Now, let's check out the link. The solution to the future. Variable. Question EL document.get by ed question dot value. Do 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 do. If question EL dot length. Really, all I think we need is if question contains this. I mean, it's totally fine to have the character limit, but really, we've been using the stuff, that's 5, plus this. Although I guess it would be 5 with the question mark. So that would come out to 6. Maybe give up now. Oh, my own personal words of encouragement. Fantastic. But before we were doing meow, which I think is our shortest question that we've asked. But that is 5 characters with the question mark. Submit. No need to worry. Alright, we can do 5. I just don't think we need a character limit. So, what would be a shorter question than 5, though? Now I'm wondering. I mean, I guess we could check if they're Canadian, eh? That wrong. That unfriendly to our Canadian brethren? Perhaps not. Chances are you're doomed, but hopefully not. I think Canada's gonna do fine. Let's, I don't think we need the character. Let's just check. We'll do exactly this. Index of, with the question mark, does not equal -1. That's what we'll do. Tell your user that he needs to type some question else. Do yo thing. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, wow, lots of, see, this is what we're talking about. Lots of comments. Totally focused on all the craziness in my mind and piecing everything together here. So, that's how I would do it. Simple is good. Yes, simple as her friend. Nah. Graysall. Nah. Add some NLP. Oh god, okay. Yeah, ha ha ha. Graysall also, hey. Trying to confuse Steven and make me do ridiculous stuff. No. Not tonight. Add some NLP to determine if the user is asking a question or not. Langley UK. Hey, Langley. So less than 5. Tell them to ask a question, but as long as a question appears, it's okay. Yes, cool. Rexy, I added length because you can't really ask a question in 4 characters, since question counts as a character. Feel free to remove it. True enough. Rain. See, rain is still 4, but that question mark is a 5th character. Grace, I'll check if the first word is who, what, when, where, why, or does. Am I missing anything? What about non-English then? Good question. See, Grace, Rexy's thinking ahead. That's what we're talking about. We don't need traditional questions. We just need a question mark. Anything can be a question at that point. See, look at this. Beef. Why wouldn't that be a question? Oh dear. I wouldn't on you. I think we didn't complete a sentence. I wouldn't bet on you. Or I wouldn't or we could change it to I wouldn't beef on you. Whatever context that is. Oh my god, I wouldn't bet on you. That's what we need. Save. Too damn funny. We'll try it again. But with rain. Consider it done. Not exactly as applicable as our beef scenario, but pretty close. Langley, is it raining? Is it raining? Question mark. Submit. I don't know anything. Good. This is the Steven of Magic 8 Balls. Completely clueless. This is me in my 8-ball form. Okay. Alright. Good. Now, race all in before BDX's docs. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the following. So we want to set up if I think we can set it up here. If EL question copy. I think we're gonna do this though. EL question dot value. If that is equivalent to well, that would just be question EL dot value. I could add on another thing of index of. I hope I can just tack on another index of. Think I can. Mark not equal to -1 do the following else this. I think that would work. We would want them to return. Wait, would I want to say return? this is a good question. What would I want to do? I would want to return the following somewhere. Let's look at our HTML. I would want something above the form here, a paragraph of sorts. Paragraph with an ID error, right? Maybe error is too aggressive of a name. Maybe not question? Not question? Or wrong format? Missing Q. We'll see. Oh, Sraxi, you probably need to change it to equals -1 if you do it the way I have it. Oh, okay, okay. Fascinating. Oh, yeah, okay. If it okay, good, good, because we're checking to see if it's missing. If it is missing something, we need to tell them to check their shit. Because otherwise, if it's not, else in that instance, then everything's going to be great and everyone lives. We all go marching on. Beautiful. Great recommendation. Good eye. Good catch. So that's dealt with. So here is this. Cool. And we were looking for basically the exact same thing because we need to set up the following where we will tell it. I don't think we need this anymore. That was referencing our old project. The document.getElement by its ID, and we'll tell it to equal something like so. Value equals blank. So here we will do the following. Dum 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 dum. What do we want to call it? It will be paragraph. Not. You know what? We'll call it error. We'll call it error. I think it's a bit aggressive, but it works. Error. So. Man, save. I hope error isn't like a keyword. Yeah, a keyword or a key phrase that is reserved for something. I don't think it is in this scenario. I hope it's not in JavaScript, but we'll find out. I'm here to learn, so if it blows up in our face, technically that's still okay. So we will do document dot get element by ID error dot text content equals the following. Feed me a question. You know what? That's probably not a good recommendation. Not a good recommendation. It's probably not a good error because it doesn't indicate what they need. I feel like it would be far more useful if we had some ridiculous, like, something that really pointed to, like, add in a freaking question mark. Maybe I'm underestimating our users, but that's what I'm left with right now. Feed me our questions. Yeah, let's pretend that's what we want. However, I think our quotes are going... we need to do the, like, slashy thing, right? That's a thing. Oh, God. My lack of terminology is just fascinating. It's the... I want to use the right term. Not deletion, it oversees it. It's an oversight. Not an oversight, but you put a slash in and it knows not to misinterpret additional quotes. It's a thing. We're gonna have to Google it. And I'm pretty sure it just goes in front and it tells it that it's not like a quote for the code, but it's a quote in the comment. What's it called? Maybe it's supposed to be a forward slash. Hey! Oh, Callow Creation now hosting you for up to 16 people. Dear God. Well, thank you, Callow, and welcome others. Okay, good time. Sprexy, don't just sit there, ask me something. Yes, that would work. Rocket Low. Not 8-ball. Will I be rich? I would bet on you. Calculation. Hey, how are you doing, Cal? We're doing good tonight. We're making progress. We're trying to smooth out some of the final rough edges in our Magic 8-ball. It's going well, kind of. Have we been doing well? Consider it done. Not exactly a yes or no answer, but good enough. Good enough. So we'll take it. It's somewhat positive. Strixie / Q Sarah? Yeah, maybe. Truly, oh god, wait. Truly ignite in 210. Single quote, kind of. Is it only for single quotes? Yeah. Not 8-ball, that's classic. I was trying to activate your channel's 8-ball command. Ah. My bad. It's been 300 days of learning. If I see something formatted in any of the instructional type formats, it's just, that's my go-to. Before we were dealing with index of earlier, and exclamation marks mean not. So that's my default. All right. Anyways, but yes, now that makes sense. All the commands in Twitch's chat, yeah, activated by the exclamations. So graceful, Steven. So graceful. Your confusion knows my confusion knows no bounds. All right. Good. So console log, look, I can have quotes within quotes. Yes, that is exactly what I was talking about. I just forget what it's called. Nice. Keep up the good work. I'll be sitting way in the back. Awesome. Good to have you. Later chat. See ya. Thank you. Also, hey, chilling with Corb. Good to have you. Okay, so, what is that called? Comment, no, quote, something, JavaScript. Quote escape, that's what it is. Yeah, you need to escape the string you're writing out, do an edit, because we've got this stupid thing that I'm trying to cram in there. So, it should be forward slashes, and you should be a forward slash. Aha, beautiful. Let's save. Save. One of these should be us. Now, meow, question mark, submit, ta-da, and then we do meow without a question mark. We are stating it. Boom, feed me a question. Beautiful. Outstanding. We can also make that red and ominous and terrifying. So this will be error. Good time. Good times. Oh, wait. Rookie mistake. We need, it's an ID, so we need a hash. And the following. I guess we could have made it an H2 or an H3 out of the gates. I just figured it would have been a paragraph element. Just naturally it felt right. But maybe let's make it an H3 instead of a paragraph. There's no reason we can't do that. No reason we can't do that at all. So here, H3. Dum 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 dee 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 dee. That's how you change the size of your font. Dee 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 dee. Good. So we can get rid of that. We can also add H3 to the font family, as well as H3 down here, which will be color red. Beautiful. And what else do we want to do with it? We could do font style italics, and, well, we'll leave it at that. Save. Refresh. Stuff. Question mark. Works. And thing. No question mark. Boom. Feed me a question. Yes. Good. Delightful. Okay, so another link from Shrexy. It's this, you mean? Probably. Let me check and see. Dum. Single quote. Oh. Things are loading. Dear God. Okay. Wow, just like ads are cancer on this page. Holy shit. Is there a less hilarious version with far less ads? Oh my god. But yeah, single quotes, and other stuff. I agree. That's what we were shooting for. So close and close this. That was tragic. We're even gonna close out of that and this. We made it out alive. So here we go. Do. It's this, you mean, yeah? In my opinion, don't use H1, 2, or 3 for sizing. Those are used for search engine optimization purposes. Oh, use stuff like font weight and font size. Okay. Interesting. Huh. I mean, obviously I know I could have changed the size for that, but I just... an H3 seemed like a good fit, but interesting for how it could be utilized and is. That's a good thing to keep in mind. Boji boy? Probably. Unless the J is silent, or H-E, Bohi? Probably Boji. One of those. Can you explain the difference between Flexbox and floating? God, no. I should be able to. I know there is a I know there is a difference, but I don't know what the difference is and how to effectively leverage one tool or scenario over the other. Flexbox, I was actually discussing that earlier in the stream. We aren't gonna totally finish this project tonight. We are very close, but I think we'll be able to put the final nail or two into this particular coffin tomorrow, which that'll mark the end of 10 months. And I'd rather finish a project on the last day of the month and at the end of 10 months than start a new project on that day. So finishing out this project tomorrow, but then November 1st, I want to dive into, there's a microsite for Flexbox to teach the differences and how to use it. So Flex Froggy or something like that, and we're going to try and tackle as much of that starting November. So that's that as far as CSS stuff goes. We've come across the definitions and the differences in scenarios between Flexbox and floating, but over the last 300 days, it's lost in all of my travels and the information I've consumed. It's there, though, somewhere. We haven't fret over it because there's still Google in our lifetime. Now try this. Question things. Oh, damn, you're right. That's the downside of index of. Damn. You know what? I would say that's a problem. However, I don't think it has to be used, but question in Spanish. Not pregunta, those goddamn sucker. Syntax. Wouldn't you use... Yes, what is the upside down? Okay, so... Crap, well I guess that doesn't justify it, because it should be an upside down question mark in the beginning. And it's basically to let them know beforehand. Because in English, when you start reading a sentence, it's just a sentence in the beginning, but it becomes a question. Obviously, in the beginning, there's the how, when, where, and stuff like that kind of gives it away that it is a question. But sometimes there are certain statements or sentences where it doesn't begin with that, yet it is a question. And I think the upside down one comes beforehand. So that really doesn't solve damn. We should tackle that, shouldn't we? So that was the upside to the regular expression that we were looking at beforehand, was this. It was, well, variable, we'll call it regular expression, just keep things short. But was it in parentheses or curly braces? I can't even remember. I just know. No, it was all within forward slashes. There was parentheses, or was it backslash W plus? Maybe it was just W plus. I can't remember. I know there's forward slashes that contain the entirety of the beast, but then there's a question mark at the end, so you set up the pattern. I don't know if it was just a free-floating question mark, if it lives in quotes, or if it lives in parentheses. I think it lives in parentheses. So I think this is pretty close to what we could leverage because it's looking for any letters, numbers, words, and underscores. Damn, I don't know if that includes spaces. This is a travesty. You know what? It's going to be... This is the buggy beta version of this Magic 8 Ball. This Magic 8 Ball will never hit production. And it's as good as it's... You know, like here, it's just... This 8 Ball works. Question mark. Ask. Let me ask BDX saying, damn, well, yes, that one works. That's our example project that we're following. So that's our example guide that we get to follow. Here's our slightly sadder version. Refresh. This is a sad 8 Ball. Not exactly a question, but uncertain nonetheless. I wouldn't bet on you. See, it knows. It knows it's questionable. Alright, so there's that. Sokolo, yeah, see, upside down question mark, meow, backwards. Wow, backwards and upside down. You've got some serious text leveraging skills, Sokolo. I mean, that is impressive. Snarkard, what are we making? We are trying to forge an 8 Ball. We're pretty damn close to being done. We've finished all of the basics of the initial specifications. We've kind of got a sort of, it's not literally extra credit, but more of a perspective, just additional things that we can add on for fun if we'd like to. I don't think we're going to tackle the promises. We already have that current functionality in general, just not in the promises format. But nevertheless, it's a thing. So this is our guide that we have to look at. And here's ours. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Regex, yes, I agree. So here we go. /w plus question mark. Or /w plus question mark. 1 comma blah. You don't want question. If you didn't want question marks. Huh. Oh geez, what are you trying to capture with a regex? Just essentially the pattern. So right now we've got... It's looking at the input here. If it contains a question mark at all. But what we've realized, because it's just a basic index of looking for a question mark, the question mark could occur anywhere. So it could be here, like, well, here's meow, question mark, as a cat would ask. Ta-da! It shows up. But it would also work if the question mark went in the beginning, which is a little odd. So technically, it still takes it. However, we're trying to have it end in a question mark. So yeah, that's why regular expression's trying to deal with the pattern for matching. You know what we can do? It can be the last one. It can be... That's a thing. Isn't it dot last? Isn't that a thing? That's a thing. MDN last. maybe last index of slice pop, last index of dum 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 dum. Deem 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 dum 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 dum. Hey, and Kosi QQ, how you doing, Kosi? How are you doing this evening? So if we're on the hunt for the end, da-dum 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 da-dum. Stack of death. Maybe last is not as graceful of a solution as I thought it was. The last index of method returns the last index at which a given element can be found in an array, or -1 if it's not present. That really does, that's just identifying. So it still functions like index of, it hunts for the last version of it. So if we were looking for 9s, okay. Death. Also, I realized, Rex, you sent another link. Actually, you've sent 2 links. Oh, and other comments. So, record or like index of equals length. I suppose it could. Index of equals length, maybe? No, that would be slice -1. Yeah, we wouldn't do slice. Hey, Barney of the Rebel. Steven, he's a JavaScript master. If he can't do it, no one can. Unlikely. But thank you for the cheering and the motivation. Greatly appreciated. Srexy, Spin. We'll need to click on your links of guidance. Last index of equivalent to length. That one works. If you really want regex, which I don't recommend for this, $S. Is that how that we'd pull that off? Just a question mark? Interesting. Okay, so prototype stuff, arrays. Array methods. Do array a female deer. No, we are not trying to sing our way through the countryside as we try to sneak past the Nazis. There will be no singing of any kind on this journey. What am I looking for? MDN array methods. I'm just looking for a visual guide in general. Damn, I thought they had a whole stack of things on the side. Maybe I'm not looking for arrays. No, because then I need to turn it into some ungodly array and change things and all that stupid crap. MDN string methods. See? Before, 250 plus days ago, that would have taken me like 6 hours to figure out that there was the difference between the two and that I was looking at the wrong stuff. Not anymore. Not anymore. What's happening in chat? All kinds of stuff. If you really want regex, which I don't recommend for this, you could do slash question mark dollar. Dollar matches end of line. Ah, cool. Slash escape. Slash escapes. And question is just the question mark. Last index of doesn't equal length. Good point. Burning of the Rubble. How come you don't have zeal? Good question. Good question. Snarker, probably a super. Oh my god. Superfluous? Oh my god, we're not. Yes. Superfluous. There we go. There's an in there. I default to 3 equals. It should double equals also, but law JavaScript. As in, you saying last index of question mark is the same as its length. Yeah, I'd hope not. Plus or minus 1. Fascinating. Bucklo, Pink Panther fan? Of course. Although they don't show Pink Panther on TV anymore. They stopped showing that when I was a kid, mainly because that particular cartoon is from like the 1950s, but whatever. I was raised on lots of old, archaic cartoons and movies, all the classics. That's why I've referenced in the last like 8 minutes with my humming, well, and the 300 plus days, Pink Panther and The Sound of Music and all the other old hits from yesteryear. Aside from that, we should be focusing on the stuff at hand. Properties. Here we go. This is what we were looking for. Character at. How would I want to set that up? String dot character at question mark dot length. I could cram things and smash them together. I just think match would be the easiest thing to do. You know what? I don't know if it would be the easiest. I think it would be the most efficient. Maybe. Target ends with. Hey, determines whether a string ends with a character of another string. Cool. Look at that. Ends with. Ta-da. I knew we'd stumble across something. Dot split starts with. It's evil twin. We don't actually know if it's evil, but just the opposite of it. Are there any other fun ones? Do uppercase. No. Trim left, trim right, value of. I like ends with. Let's go with that. I think that will solve our problem. So instead of blah, what happens when we click on ends with? What does it return when it's not there? Fingers crossed at -1, that way we don't need to make Rexy, or reverse the string and use starts with. We're not doing that. You barely keep things together when they're flowing in the right direction. Ends with method determines whether string. Okay, and it returns true or false as appropriate. Method determines whether a string ends with character. Beautiful. So, does it end with question blah 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 period? It does. To be false, to be true. And a 19, all lies. Nice. Good. So let's just go ahead and drop in a question mark and call it a day. String dot ends with question mark. And if it equals true. No, if it's not true, If it's not false, what am I trying to tell it to do? Ends with. If it ends with a question mark, we want this to happen. So if ends with is not true. Yeah, not true. God, that's weird. If it's not true, which means it's missing it, we tell them to check their shit and come back tomorrow and try again and just be a better person and ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. Else, everything runs smoothly. I think. Let's save. Oh, why are we always coding after midnight? We're so confused. There's such a lack of clarity in our mind. Ah, that's okay. I'm sure it probably adds to the stream. Like watching a crazy person try to code in confusion for a whole frickin' year. That's gotta be painful. Saving something. No, we're asking a question. Stuff? Question mark. Run. Everything's great. Already a good sign. Meow. Question mark. No. No question mark. Just meow. It's a statement. Meow. We'll even do an exclamation. Meow. Boom. Beautiful. Lack of question mark there. And we will do question mark things, which we had tried before the other way, and it did work. And now we submit it, and it also is pissed. See, we'll refresh it because it was just floating there. Things and submit. Ta-da! Well, now what if we do the following? What if we do meow? So it should get rid of it afterward. Starker, take a stand. Yeah, exactly. Right? That's where I don't even think. Oh, little kitty's on the floor. Cat. Hold on. She's totally passed out. That's okay though. Dum 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 dum. What are we looking for here? We can get rid of this. We can get rid of that. We need to tell it to get rid of this when something happens. After they click, when would I get rid of that? I wonder at what point in this cycle of confusion and hell, there's the event listener. Because when it's fresh, stuff, question mark, works great. Don't need to worry about it. When we throw in things, no question mark, and submit, boom, it's here forever. We need it to do the following. We need it to do the following just like before, how we would get rid of the value. We should also move this above, copy, towards the end. And there's that, so that will reset it. That's one bit. Save, save, save. Refresh. Stuff. No question mark. Boom. See? Gone. Ask me anything. Feed me a question with a question mark. Awesome. Awesome. Comment stuff. W3 school event on input. Or use the event listener. Before everything. Oh, I guess that was probably the if area, or maybe even just within the flip ball, the top of that function. Srexy, when they type equals, you know they have read the error message. So if there is a present error, and remove it. When they type, click, 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 you know they've read the error message. You're right. Maybe... Okay, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So event on input. Let's check out that. Do we really want to add that now? We should add that now. We could add it tomorrow. We'll gander. We will gander now. I wonder... I mean, if I'm going to be setting up another event listener of any sort, I could add the following. I could set it up for anything, though. I think rather have a button. Like, okay, feed me a question, confirm, like agree, maybe even a checkbox. And if they check it, then we know they've read it. Example, on input, my function... Definition, on input event occurs when an element gets user input. If this event occurs when the value of an input or text area element is changed. This event is similar to an onChange event. The difference is that the onInput event occurs immediately after the value of the element is changed, while other onChanges occur when the element loses focus after the content has been changed. The other difference is that the onChange event also works on select element. Fascinating. Well, I guess that's a way of doing it. D, and you sent us yet another handy link, paste bin, in all of its glory. Okay, so this is the Earth. Very nice Earth. What is all of... Holy ads, Batman. God. You know what? We're gonna copy. Is there a way to copy all of this noise? And all... Yeah, that's the whole web page. Of course, why wouldn't it be the whole web page? Damn. We're gonna pretend that's good enough. Copy and see what we get. Brutal. Just brutal. Okay, here we go. This is our, sort of scratch paper section. The land of misfit code. That's scary. So we missed some stuff. Something about the HTML input. Clean air. Let the blankety blank equal blah if so forth and such do the following. I wonder why it doesn't like the formatting. Everything seems to be... you know what? It's probably function. That's not function. That's function. Function, clean air, let, or variable, but we can do let. Document get ID. Missing the quote. That's what it was. Like, everything looks bitchin'. Function, clean air. Air event listener, document get element by ID, air.value. If air event listener dot length is greater than 0, clear the air event listener. That could work. That could work. Click on raw. Ah, paste fin. Sure, sure. That. I forgot the keyword function. I forgot the function keyword in JavaScript. Stop hand click on raw. Okay, we can. I mean, I think we doctored it back to normal, but we'll check out the link. You could be that guy. Close and close. There we go. Look at that. Copy, copy, copy. Dee 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 dee. La da 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 do do do. Did I miss something? No, it was that guy. Boom. There we go. Crisis averted. And function. I think we were back exactly to square one. I don't think that changed much of anything, but good, good, good. So, with the following at hand, we can look at stuff. We're trying to clear the error message. Once more, when we throw in a question, meow, with a question mark, everything happens the way we'd want it to, right? When we throw in a statement, question mark free, boom. This just lives here forever. It's a squatter. It was invited, but it doesn't know when to leave. Your third uncle twice removed, and he came for the holidays, and he hasn't left. It's past Easter. It's been like 3.5 months of trying to share the driveway with this guy, and it's just, we can't have him here anymore. It's brutal. So we need to clear him out. And this is the way to do that. You simply set up an event listener that looks for any movement on the driveway and blows him sky high. Straight back to hell where he came from, or so it seems. At least out of your current zip code. Now, let's go ahead and do the following. Integrate this into ours. We have, I'm going to change let to variable because I'm basic and in a special kind of confused. So monkey see, monkey do. That's about my operating speed. So I've got my event listener for that particular thing. Error value. I guess we could have it for the value of it, yes. Because we are looking at the value of it. Fair enough. That works. His submit is just the button. Okay, so we are hunting for its value. That passes our test. If event listener, its length of the value is greater than 0, clear out the error message. Now, is that what we set up here? Question. Yes. Okay, I was confused because we were looking at the input question event listener compared to document error. And error's text content equals that, and we're telling it to stop being that guy. Okay, I see. I see. Srexy, do you want to register the event listener in JavaScript or HTML? I think I'd like it to occur on the JavaScript side. I think I do. I think I need to add this little bit, like so. I need to add an event list to it. I think that's the bit. That's probably what you're asking about. Because if I do want to change it, then I need to do run clean error. Well, let's take this copy. Paste. And this would be clean air. But it wouldn't be on click. It would be on the following. Oh, Sprexy. EL, add event listener, input, yes, clean air, true. No, the one you have now listens for click event. Yeah, no, we'll change that, of course. Of course. So input. But we need to change this. Because event listener is for the submit button. So we want to hunt for this. Copy. We can cut that out. Paste that here. Again, monkey see, monkey do. Copy. Boom. So we're hunting for its value. Once we capture it, we add an event listener for the input, and we run clean air. And if it's true, all of this fun happens. It's checking to see if its length is greater than 0, and if it is, then it updates its value to empty. I can live with that. Do we need to move this above or below anything? I only ask if we need to move it above or below because we have a reset ball above our flip ball function. I kind of feel like we do because we'd want to, in this same exact instance, if we're going to be asking multiple questions, I think it should be occurring above, checking for that first. So now as we go to ask a new question, it should be looking for clear air or clean air, and then we ask the question, right? Yeah, you were on the right track. Then you need to remove dot value to get the whole element, I think. I was wondering about that. Because I saw here we didn't have that, but the difference for input, submit is only a button. So it's the button element. There is no, like, value for it, not in the same sense as the input field. So I think dot value is actually okay in this instance for this particular event list. Again, since we're looking at the length and blah 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 and all that stuff, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's just not needed. Maybe it's an extraneous thing. But that's my 2 cents. So let's go ahead, clear this, but I'm going to set it after reset ball. But before flip ball. Jam dam dam, jam dam dam, jam dam dam. Save. Let's go ahead and refresh. Let's give this a shot. And stuff, question mark, run. I've pissed him off. Damn. Typical. Maybe this should be below. I think the function can stay up top, but I think this go below. But that. Cool. Save. Refresh. Things, question mark. Run, beautifully. Chances are you're doomed, but hopefully not. My kind of attitude indeed. So now let's do meow as a statement. Boom. Feed me a question, and fingers crossed, cat No. Damn. Stack of death. Let's see what we're up against. Value. Error true. Listener input clean error true. Function error if. .html. Length. Oh, inner.html and all that noise. You think that's what's going down? Let me clear out the value briefly for this. And save. Run it once more. At. Submit. At. Question mark? Yeah. Okay, let's try your newest link. Update the clean error function or remove the following. Copy. Okay, so crazy person coding. Let's save the following. Crazy person coding. Here we go. So, wait, delete the event listener I added. Error. Oh, right. This bit. Clear that. EL event, yeah, okay, right. There's that. Trying to figure out what that bit was. Hold on. Did I do... No. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Everything's great. Command save. Golden. Inner HTML.length versus inner HTML should equal that. You know what we could have used? Text content. That's what... Same thing. Now, we don't have to, but inner HTML works. The difference is something about if it contains tags, HTML. If it contains HTML elements, you get the weird thing. If you had an ampersand, it would come back in its core, the code, its Unicode format or something like that. It'd be some scary like 20% 20% like A or whatever. It does like the element code, but that's a thing. So that's the difference between text content and inner HTML. One of them allows for something. Can't remember what, but one of them does something. So anyways, good. Save. Refresh. Typing things in. Stuff. Question mark. The universe is still spinning. I don't know anything. Agreed. Meow. No question mark. Submit. There's that. Here we go. Fingers crossed. And at maybe question mark. Run. Damn. So close. Very, very close. We are on the edge of figuring this out. Maybe we leave this nightmare for tomorrow. Or, since we have this whole thing set up, what if What if we add another button? Agree. No. Accept. Confirm. Confirm is what its name will be, and it will be a button. Click, and it will clean the error. And everyone will be happy. That's what's going to happen. So instead of blah 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 dot length, like it is for us, stuff will happen. Submit runs, flipball happens, that triggers flipball, all of this noise occurs. When all of this noise occurs, blank blah 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 will equal nothing. Text content. Where did it go? Where did it go? In here. Document equals copy. Boom. That should be a variable. Because I know I shouldn't have it twice, but we're going to. Because we can. And it will. And I'm sure clean air is probably the better terminology. But in my mind, I'm going to do clear air. Clear air. But we need to add our confirm button to our HTML. So here we have our error ID. In the following, we will have copy button confirm look at this. Wait. Do we want it to be agree or okay? Or just a question mark? Maybe it could be just a question mark. No, we'll do okay. No, we'll do agree. Agree. Past tense. Agreed? Click? No. It will say confirm. Confirm. Good enough. Good enough. Save, save, save. However, we want that to be display none. The style of it. This opens a whole new can of worms. We want this to be confirm display none. Display none by default. And then when the error occurs, we change the style of it. Copy. To confirm. There's that. Beautiful. To block. And then we take this, and see, and then here, we change it back to none. Like so. Kind of a long way of doing things. But, regardless, this should fly. I just really want to deal with having to set up a whole new event listener, but as I continue to do the projects, it seems less and less daunting. So after going through, trying the couple other ways, we'd got to a point where why not just set up a thing. So let's save our CSS, save, and our HTML. Cool, fingers crossed this works. Everyone gets saved, and we refresh. Here we go. Stuff, question mark, boom, it works. 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000, 5, 1000, 6, 1000. It clears by itself. We ask another question. This time, meow, no comment. Ooh. So confirm works, but why the deuce is it all the way over there? Maybe we don't want it over there. Do we? What do we have this set up as? That's as a form. Why are they next to each other? That's a good question, Stephen. Why are they next to each other? Maybe inline would be better? I guess it could be centered. I just kind of wanted the button to be next to statement. Or next to the stuff. Here's a fun question. Is it wrong for me to set the button inside of the H3 element? That's weird, right? It is weird because we're updating ID as its own thing. What if I set them in their own unique div? That could be weird too. How would I want to handle that? I think it's because it's an H3 and a button. Maybe if they were different types, like a paragraph and a button, maybe they'd be on the same line. It is a tough call. Back into CSS hell. Well, display none. Worst case, I guess we just center it. Nothing wrong with that. Copy. I mean, not terrible. Refresh. We do meow. Ta-da. Confirm. It's just odd. It's weird. It is weird. Let's change it to paragraph. Forever haunting us, but there's paragraph. There's button. Means we have to change this paragraph and this paragraph. Font. Weight. And bold. And maybe font size as well. Font size. $20 pixels. 18. Do an odd number. 19. Thug life. We're gonna live dangerously. Save. Refresh. Why is there a lack of red? Why is there no red color in our future? And confirm still isn't on the same. I bet we should have set it to inline. Typical. Probably should have set it to inline. We'll see how that goes. Save, save, save. Oh wait, Strexy, didn't even notice. I think it's because you moved it out, so the instance is saved when you load the page, but it doesn't update. Oh. So you need it inside the function. When it gets called, it updates what inner HTML the content has. I don't know if it makes sense. Here's a fix with an explanation why I did the stuff I did. It didn't work, just in case you want to see. There's the link, good to know. Or it did, but you moved it out of the function, very likely. Thmca? THMCA. Can you share your Atom plugin? I have no idea. I don't even know where to look for what. I'm just using the basic like I know you can add additional plugins to Atom, but I'm still just using the basic default plugin. Or are you talking about like straight up sharing, tagging, like tying into my system to modify Kodi stuff? Which is gracious and kind, but I think struggling is a special kind of learning that we've mastered over the last 300 days. Needless commitment. It hurts, but it's there. We are looking for the following. So paragraph didn't change anyone today. Let's see if inline changed it. Save, save, save. Save, save. I don't think we need... Yeah, we can have it italicized and bolded and at 19. Refresh. Cat is a statement, not a question. That's red. Inline doesn't change anything. Just... You know, I want it next to it. Actually, change the CSS selector from P to the ID. Oh, you're totally right. That is a rookie oversight on my move. You're so right. Interesting. Okay, so hold on. Wait. What did I have here? So I need to... Oh dear God. I added it to the wrong area. That's what I did. So confirm is the button. H3 was the element that I was using, but now that it's a paragraph, I should be referencing error. So change it to the ID of error. And confirm is the button. Good. Rexy. See, okay, so you are thinking of making it a div will give me the ability to have everything in.
Make a div with a class, wrap the P and the button, make the div an inline element. Okay, that's what it'll be. That's what it will be. That was going to be my next step. That was going to be my next step. Div. You can just take all of this. Cut. Class. We should call it sadness or something like that. That's more appropriate, but we'll give it a real name. Air div, air d, air statement, message class, capital air. I don't like the idea of capital air, but that's as good as it's gonna get. And plus, theoretically, it doesn't matter because classes can be differentiated in CSS by the following. Air will confirm that will be inline, and air will be. Not center. Display. That's what it was. Display. I was confused. Okay. Command. Save, save, save. Save, save, save. Now, for the div class, do we need to address anything for dot air? I don't think I do. I'm going to go on a limb and say no for now. As long as that's saved, and as long as this somewhat kosher. Do we need to adjust anything? Do we need to say this equals blah? I don't think so. Let's just refresh. Give it a shot. Cat. That's about as short of a statement. Aha! Yes! It's alive! It is alive and well. And now all we have to do is simply add a break to the following. Wait, hold on. Does the event confirm? Question mark. Aha! It works. It works. Beautiful. I'm just simply going to add an align break because I can do that. Because I can be that guy. Here, div line break. Ooh. Where should have that? Display blah. Maybe I can do a break here. I don't think that's going to affect anyone's day. Save, save, save. When I refresh, yep, that marker's there. There. So, what would I do differently? We could add the break when we do the error. We could add the break when we do the error. Equals this. No, not there. Not inline. Damn. Where the deuce would I add that? Oh, do dot air in CSS. Clever. Do air dot margin 8 pixels. Okay. Okay. Cool. We do get to use our... No, we'll add our air class here. And you were recommending margin bottom 8 pixels. We'll go with that. Let's see how that feels. Save, and clear the following break. Save. Or you could add a break or a /r to the end of the place in JavaScript where you set the error. Can I do that? I figured that was messy. I figured that would just piss a lot of people off if I did that. Adding the break in. Where would it add the break? You know, let's see how the margin thing goes. And then we'll worry about if this falls through. We can all laugh at it together. Mock the Steven, right? That's the tried and true, that's the way to do things. So, already it's better. We shove a cat in here. Ta-da! Yeah, and there's some breathing. Bitchin'. Confirmed, and it goes away. Nice. I actually think I want a little bit bigger gap than just that. 8. I almost want to double it. Let's try 16. Reset cat. Cool. And you know what? To get weird on us, instead of pixels, let's do 2M. Yeah, let's be that guy. Refresh. Yeah. Submit. Okay, what about 1M? I think I overestimated the size of your everyday M. Save. Refresh, and we're meowing. Nothing out of the ordinary. That's good. I can live with that. I think that's comforting. So, I think we're pretty good. See, and watch, and we can keep struggling. Struggle, no question mark, submit, and it just stays there. And whenever we're ready, maybe they don't ignore it. Maybe they're colorblind and they can't see the color red. Who knows? But fingers crossed, they eventually see this error and they go, "Do you comprendo?" And they can agree, confirm. Ta-da! And it goes away. Beautiful. You can also use decimals. That's right. 1.5. Hey, Mr. Demon Wolf. Okay, I think, wait, or you could use the break /r at the end of the place JavaScript where you set the error. I think the JavaScript way is better in my opinion. I totally agree. But in the meantime, the CSS version, we're going to do a big CSS overhaul tomorrow. Adding in the flip card function. This, we can hover over it and it flips around. Also make it less of a 4th grade, my first computer programming project kind of feel. We're going to try and make this a little bit prettier and explore what we can do with CSS tomorrow. Even though we've been tinkering with CSS tonight, that's been more of a crisis management than exploratory research. So with that said, it's better because when it's not set in there, there's not that big gap between the title and the input. At line 40 at the end, just before the blah. Line 40 you recommend. Line 40, blank, just before the end. Really? We'd be able... See, my concern was that text content versus inner HTML fiasco that I was balancing beforehand. Break. Oh, the other issue was that this is the text. This is the text for the error. And in the HTML, we have error, paragraph, and then we have the but. So I figured it was going to add a line break between the two. That's what I was concerned about. So that's why I didn't before. Because I realized I could tack it on here. But I didn't want it to separate the button and fall or do some weird thing. So that's why I didn't really even acknowledge that I had some minor meltdown beforehand and got rid of that and then continued on with your, when I noticed your CSS approach, that seemed like the way to go. But yeah, good times. And we'll check out 1.5M because we can. Save. Refresh. And cat stuff. Submit. That's good. 1.5 is nice. It's got a good balance between the title and the following input box. Confirm. Awesome. Good times. Srexy is probably better to do it in CSS because line breaks for styling is just kind of iffy. It's better to have that as CSS, something you can tweak more exactly than just a break. Agreed. Definitely. All right. Well, we survived day 303. That was it was special. It was special. Not anywhere near as painful as last night trying to come to terms with the set timeout fiasco that we experienced. Couple roadblocks, but we managed to survive them with the help of the programming community. Let's go ahead and jump out to OBS. Today we had quite a few people stop by. We had, oh Jesus, things have moved. We have Jim and Srexy and Langley UK and Graysol, Sokolo, Callow Creation, who was kind enough to host us and brought a smattering of people with him. Daka, thank you, Callow. Sokolo, Truly, Ignitin, 210. Who else did we have? Chillin' with Corb, Boji Boy, Snarkard, Kosi, always good to have you, Barney of the Rubble, and who else? And we're looking. Good times. Themika, THMCA, as well as Mr. Demon Wolf. Always good to have you. So, considering that we are looking for... Wow, we were really at the edge of things. Well, maybe we were over here. I can't tell. It seems like I blame Little Kitty for the movement. If there was webcam things, I'm going to blame her. We were probably totally out of frame the entire time. But that's not really odd. That's how the last 300 days have been. Just blame it on Little Kitty if there's ever issues. Anywho, thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by. All the help, assistance, guidance, pro tips, links to things are deeply appreciated. Thank you for all of that, the views and support. In the meantime, we will be stopping the stream day 303. Yeah, 303. Comes to an end, and the adventure continues tomorrow with day 304, which marks the end of 10 months of the year of streaming and learning to code. Starting tomorrow, technically later today, because this was a long stream, there will be 10 months down, but we will save the celebration for tomorrow. Gotta have the stream happen first. Anywho, are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.